vast expanse of space where millions of stars twinkle and shimmer like diamonds scattered across a velvet black canvas. Amidst that boundless silence, a giant planet floats majestically. It is Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, with its orange and white swirling patterns like an intricate abstract painting. It rotates slowly, revealing its hidden power and mystery. And what if, for some reason beyond our control, you were drawn into its immense gravitational pull? How would you feel? How would your body react when faced with this unfathomable grandeur? Where would you fall? When would your journey end? And most importantly, would you find solid ground to stand on? These questions might sound like science fiction, but today I will take you on a deep dive into the heart of Jupiter to uncover answers that are both astonishing and thought-provoking about our own lives. Jupiter, or as we call it, the gas giant, is completely different from our Earth. Our Earth has solid ground for us to stand on: mountains, oceans, clear beginnings and endings. But for Jupiter, it's a giant ball composed mostly of gas. Imagine a colossal cloud, 1/300 times larger than Earth, and with a mass 2.5 times greater than all other planets in our solar system combined. That's Jupiter. Its primary components are hydrogen and helium, much like our own Sun, which are the lightest elements in the universe. And because of this composition, Jupiter has no solid surface for us to touch, no land for us to firmly stand on. It is a world without clear boundaries, merely a gathering of gases that become denser and denser as we journey deeper. Imagine standing on a cloud. You would feel softness, emptiness, and weightlessness. Jupiter is similar. It is an endless cloud, a vast ocean of gas beyond our imagination. If you were to fall into Jupiter, your journey would begin in its uppermost atmosphere, the troposphere. There, the air would be frigid, reaching 145 degrees Celsius, and the gases so thin they're almost non-existent. But as you plunge deeper, you would begin to notice increasingly astonishing and violent changes. You would pass through beautiful and complex cloud layers. The uppermost clouds are pure white ammonia clouds, reflecting sunlight, making them sparkle. Below that are brownish-orange ammonium hydrosulfide clouds, which are responsible for the colored bands we see on Jupiter. And even deeper, there might be water ice clouds, similar to those on Earth. These clouds aren't static, you see. They are swept along by winds many times stronger than hurricanes on Earth. But this journey isn't just about beauty. The pressure would begin to increase immensely, and violent storms like the Great Red Spot, a massive swirling storm larger than our Earth, would rage around you. This storm isn't just a surface phenomenon, you know. Studies have shown it to be 300 to 500 kilometers deep, a storm that has persisted for centuries, demonstrating the immense energy driving this planet from within. And it's not just the Great Red Spot. Jupiter is also filled with incredibly powerful thunderstorms. Lightning on Jupiter is 100 to 10,000 times more powerful than lightning on Earth. Imagine flashes of brilliant violet light cutting through the dense dark clouds, the roaring sound of storms echoing in every direction. It's an experience that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying at the same time. Scientists have also discovered a phenomenon called mushballs, which are hailstones composed of ammonia and water ice. These hailstones form in the upper atmosphere, and as they grow heavier, they sink into deeper atmospheric layers, carrying ammonia with them. This helps explain the distribution of ammonia in Jupiter's atmosphere. This phenomenon reveals the complex and dynamic cycle of this gas giant. As you sink approximately 100 kilometers, sunlight can no longer penetrate. Everything would be pitch black. You would feel like you're plunging into a bottomless ocean. The pressure would continuously increase until your body could no longer withstand it. and the temperature would rise alarmingly due to the compression of gases. At this depth, the air would be so dense that you couldn't distinguish between gas and liquid. It's a state halfway between the two. You would no longer fall, as you would on Earth, but would begin to sink into an increasingly dense fluid, like sinking into thick, murky water. There's no clear end, no solid ground for you to rest on. This journey is a descent into endless depths, where the laws of physics we're familiar with on Earth begin to change. And as you go even deeper, at a depth of approximately 13,000 miles or about 21,000 kilometers, the pressure would be so immense, reaching 2 million bars, that hydrogen, which is normally a gas, would be compressed until it transforms into liquid metallic hydrogen. It's a colossal ocean of hydrogen that behaves like a metal, capable of conducting electricity, and is the source of Jupiter's powerful magnetic field. Jupiter's magnetic field is 20,000 times stronger than Earth's magnetic field. It creates a massive protective shield called the magnetosphere, extending millions of kilometers into space. This magnetic field protects Jupiter from solar winds, but at the same time it traps high-energy particles, creating extremely dangerous radiation belts around the planet. Your journey at this point would not only be about facing pressure and heat, but also radiation that could destroy all life in an instant. And what about Jupiter's core? Is it solid like our Earth's? Scientists once believed that Jupiter had a solid rocky core, but recent data from the Juno spacecraft has revealed an even more astonishing truth. It suggests that Jupiter's core might not be a distinct solid core as we once thought, but rather a fuzzy core, a mixture of rock, ice, and metallic hydrogen spread over a vast region. It doesn't have clear boundaries, but gradually blends into the surrounding liquid metallic hydrogen layer. At the center of Jupiter, temperatures could reach 35,000 degrees Celsius, which is hotter than the surface of the Sun. And the pressure is immense, reaching 45 million bars. No known life form could withstand such an environment. It is a hellish realm filled with energy and violence, where familiar matter is compressed until it possesses strange properties beyond our imagination. Imagine this. If a human were to actually fall into Jupiter, what would happen? This journey would be filled with unimaginable torment and despair. You would be incinerated by the dangerous radiation around Jupiter before even entering its atmosphere. These radiation belts are so intense they could destroy your body's cells in minutes. You would feel like you're burning from the inside out before even experiencing Jupiter's atmosphere. If you somehow survived the radiation, which is impossible in reality, you would face extreme cold in the upper atmosphere. Temperatures hundreds of degrees below freezing would instantly freeze your body, and hurricane-force winds exceeding 600 kilometers per hour would tear your body apart. You would be tossed uncontrollably amidst an endless storm. As you go deeper, the pressure would crush your body until it disintegrated. Bones would shatter, internal organs would be pulverized beyond recognition, and the rising temperatures would eventually vaporize you. Your body would transform from solid to liquid and gas, becoming part of Jupiter's dense clouds. If anything remained until the liquid metallic hydrogen layer, the extreme pressure and temperature would compress and break down the matter in your body into atoms. Your body would dissolve into a part of Jupiter's gases and liquids. Not even a trace would remain, not even a molecule that could remember once being human. It would be a complete disintegration, an engulfment by the immense natural world. So, no matter how hard you try, you can never stand on Jupiter, because there is no solid surface for us to step on. It is a world of constantly changing gases and liquids, a journey into endless depths, with no stable destination for us to reach. It is a state without stability, without clear boundaries, merely the existence of matter in extreme conditions. Dear listeners, The story of Jupiter makes me reflect on our own lives. It's not just a story of a distant planet, but a reflection of something profound within us. Sometimes in life, we feel like we're in a place where there's no ground to stand on. We face uncertainty, endless change. At times, we might feel like we're sinking into unknown depths, not knowing where we'll stop, not knowing if there will be a clear end. This feeling of being adrift can be frightening, but it's also part of life's journey. We try to control things around us, try to create stability, try to find ground for us to stand on. But sometimes, the things we try to control are too vast and complex for us to understand, like the pressure and storms on Jupiter. All we can do is accept them and learn to live with them, learn to dance with that uncertainty. Look at Jupiter's moons, for example. The 4 Galilean moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. They orbit close to the mighty Jupiter, yet they have solid surfaces. Mountains, valleys, their own stories. Io is full of constantly erupting volcanoes. Europa has a subsurface ocean of ice. Ganymede is the largest moon in our solar system and has its own magnetic field. And Callisto has an ancient surface filled with impact craters. What do these moons teach us? They teach us that even under the influence of something as vast and boundless as Jupiter, they still maintain their own form and identity. They have ground to stand on, even if that ground is constantly bombarded by immense gravitational forces. Perhaps our lives are similar. Even if we feel like we're sinking into uncertainty, we can still create our own ground built from self-understanding, inner strength, and the ability to adapt. Perhaps the most frightening thing isn't falling, but falling without knowing when you'll stop. And perhaps not knowing when you'll stop isn't always a bad thing. It might be an opportunity for us to explore unknown depths, to discover strength we never thought we had, to learn to float in the currents of life without clinging to an invisible ground. Some periods of life are like Jupiter, deep, vast, and with no stable place for us to stand. But in that uncertainty, in that endless depth, there can always be beauty and new understanding hidden. Just like the mystery of Jupiter that continues to invite us to explore and learn endlessly. And like its moons that, despite being close to the giant, still have their own worlds for us to discover. May all you listeners find your own stable ground within yourselves, no matter what depths and uncertainties you may face.